teachers, but think how many teachers have just been unemployed with 50 of the private schools shutting. I mean, it's just absurd. It's a nonsense idea, I think, Christopher. But joining us now is parent Anna Boulter. Anna, a lot of us looking at this policy, just to raise, I think it was 1.6 billion, if the numbers added up, but of course it's a variable that the Labour government cannot control. So I doubt they've raised that. Where are you with this story, and what are your thoughts on what's happened?
Well, if you look at what's happening in Scotland at the minute, we're seeing being played out that the policy isn't working, and in fact it's going to cost the Treasury. So Scotland are a breadth away from reaching the maximum amount of children that can leave before it starts costing the Treasury, and England's not far behind. Something that I wanted to pick up on in this is that we're looking at asking the parents of children in the independent sector to effectively pay for the state sector improvements, but we're missing the point of where the wealth is. So if we look at the richest households in the UK, in the top 10% of the income bracket, 2/3 of those children go to state schools. So if you're looking where you want to get that money from, you're looking in the wrong place. And as has been proven, it's not the independent sector. You've just cited one school that lost 50% of their pupils sort of overnight. If we look at what's happening, we've lost tens of thousands of children who have gone into a state sector, and the state sector cannot accommodate them. It doesn't have the funding for them, it doesn't have the teachers.
Annie, you say that, but of course Bridget Phillipson, the Education Secretary, sees that the money is going back into providing more places in classrooms for state schools.
Well, to quote Bridget Phillipson, I don't accept that. She needs to speak to her boss, who told us all that it was going into social housing. Where is this money? Where are the teachers? Somebody show me where the teachers are. We lose 40,000 teachers a year. I have not seen a massive teacher recruitment drive where the 6,500 promised have gone into school. They're nowhere near. All we're doing is handing out soggy breakfast, saying they're free, and we've asked children from a different education system to fund white bread and margarine. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to. None of the improvements that Bridget Phillipson said would happen from VAT on education are even close, because the money isn't going into education. It's going to social housing. We haven't got the figures yet to say whether it's actually raised anything. And if we're looking at what the schools are telling us and the amount of schools that are closing, there can be no revenue because too many children have left.
Well, of course, those 6,500 new teachers was across the Parliament, wasn't it? So if you work out how many teachers have probably just been unemployed right now from the schools closing, then we're probably getting ready to average the amount they're losing. What do you think that needs to be done? Because now the schools have shut. You can't just then say, oh, well, we're sorry about that, we'll change it back. It's, you know.
Well, and this is the problem. I mean, children's educations have been ruined, and that's the end for a lot of children in the community. I think they can reverse this. I think they should reverse this. I think in the meantime, they need to be having some really serious conversations with the state schools who are trying to accommodate these children as to how they can do that. We've heard that 2 state schools in the Northwest have closed because of falling birth numbers. Well, if you've got this influx of children coming from the independent sector, why are you closing schools? You need to open them. You need to be giving them somewhere to go. So yes. I think there's a lot of conversations to be had, but I wouldn't be having any of them with Bridget Phillipson because she has got the first idea about educational children. Okay. She's simply trying to climb up her ladder.
Well, she would definitely dispute that, but you made your point there, Anna Boulter.
She might not.
Thank you very much. This is Good Afternoon Britain on GB News. Lots more coming up on today's show.
Yes, please do keep sending the pictures of snow where you are. This was the view from outside Chopper's house this morning.
That's right. And we'll soon very short.